What if I told you that you could transform your life, starting right now, with just a few simple changes? That finding inner peace and embracing simplicity isn't as complicated as it seems. This isn't about a quick fix. It's about adopting habits that have stood the test of time. Habits inspired by Stoicism, an ancient philosophy that's all about living a good life. Let's dive into these 8 essential Stoic habits that can help you lead a more peaceful and simplified life. Starting with number 1, focusing on what you can control. Imagine this. You're playing a video game and suddenly the power goes out. You have 2 choices: sit there getting angry and upset about something you can't change, or use the time to do something else. Maybe something you've been putting off, like sketching or reading. This is what it means to focus on what you can control. In life, a lot of things are outside our control. You can't control the weather, what people think about you, or the fact that your favorite sneakers are sold out everywhere. Trying to control these things is like trying to hold on to water. It's impossible and just leads to frustration. But here's where it gets cool. You have the power to control your actions, your reactions, and where you focus your energy. For example, if someone says something rude to you, you can't control what they said, but you can control how you respond. You can get upset and let it ruin your day, or you can shrug it off and move on, maybe even learn from it. Focusing on what you can control means recognizing where your power really lies. It's in the choices you make every day. It's in how you decide to see the world. When you focus on actions you can take, like working hard in school, practicing a skill, or being kind to others, you start to feel more in control of your life. This doesn't mean ignoring the problems or challenges you face. It means facing them with the understanding that how you deal with them is up to you. Here are a few tips to help you focus on what you can control. Identify what's bothering you. Ask yourself, is this something I can control? If it's not, acknowledge that and focus on your reaction instead. Make a plan. For things you can control, like studying for a test, make a plan. Break it down into steps you can take to improve the situation. Practice mindfulness. This is all about living in the present and not worrying about the past or the future. It can help you focus on what you're doing right now, which is always within your control. Let go of the need for approval from others. You can't control what others think of you, but you can control how much it affects you. Focus on being true to yourself. Remember, focusing on what you can control is a habit, something you get better at with practice. It's about empowering yourself to take charge of your life, one decision at a time. So next time you're faced with a situation that's out of your hands, take a deep breath, remind yourself of what you can control, and take action there. You'll be amazed at how much more capable and calm you feel when you put your energy where it truly matters. Number 2, embrace challenges as opportunities. Picture this, you're skateboarding, trying to nail a trick you've been working on for weeks. Each time you fall, it's tempting to throw in the towel and call it quits. But what if instead you saw each fall not as a failure, but as a step closer to mastering the trick? This shift in perspective is exactly what we mean by embracing challenges as opportunities. Life is full of challenges, big and small. Whether it's a tough exam, a misunderstanding with a friend, or even learning to cook without burning the kitchen down, these moments can feel like obstacles blocking your path. But here's the twist. Every challenge is actually an opportunity in disguise. When you face a challenge, you're being given a chance to grow, learn, and become stronger. It's like a video game where each level tests your skills, and as you progress, you become more capable of tackling even bigger challenges. This doesn't mean challenges are easy or fun all the time. What it means is that there's value in every difficult situation, a lesson to be learned or a skill to be gained. For example, studying for a tough exam can teach you discipline and how to study effectively. A misunderstanding with a friend can improve your communication skills and deepen your understanding of each other. And yes, even burning a few meals can teach you patience and maybe a thing or two about cooking. Here's how you can start to embrace challenges as opportunities. Change your mindset. When faced with a challenge, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? Or how can this make me stronger? Take small steps. Break down the challenge into smaller, manageable tasks. Conquering these smaller tasks can give you the confidence to tackle the larger challenge. Seek support. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Sometimes facing challenges with someone else can make them feel less daunting and can offer new solutions. Celebrate your progress. Every step forward is an achievement. Celebrate the small victories along the way. They're a testament to your resilience and growth. Remember, the goal isn't to avoid challenges, it's to change how you view and react to them. By embracing challenges as opportunities, you're not just overcoming obstacles. You're building a toolkit of skills, experiences, and confidence that will help you navigate whatever life throws your way. So, the next time you're faced with a challenge, take a moment to pause and shift your perspective. See it as an opportunity to learn something new, to grow stronger, and to prove to yourself what you're capable of. With this mindset, there's no limit to what you can achieve. Number 3, practice gratitude. Now let's talk about gratitude. Imagine you have a jar, and every time something good happens, no matter how small, you drop a pebble into it. Over time, that jar fills up, right? Practicing gratitude is like filling up your own mental jar with all the good stuff in your life. So when things get tough, you can see just how full your life actually is. Gratitude isn't about pretending everything's perfect or ignoring problems. It's about taking a moment to appreciate what's good in your life, even the little things like a text from a friend or a sunny day. This practice can literally change the wiring in your brain, making you happier and more positive over time. Here's why gratitude is so powerful. It shifts your focus. Instead of fixating on what you don't have or what's going wrong, gratitude turns your attention to what you do have. This shift can make a huge difference in your mood and outlook on life. It builds resilience. By recognizing the good in your life, you're better equipped to face challenges and setbacks. It's like having an emotional buffer that helps you bounce back quicker. It improves relationships. Showing appreciation for the people in your life strengthens your connections with them. A simple thank you can go a long way. So, how can you start practicing gratitude? Here are a few easy ways. Keep a gratitude journal. Every day, write down 3 things you're grateful for. They can be as simple as my morning coffee or as significant as support from my best friend. Tell someone you appreciate them. Whether it's a family member, a friend, or a teacher, let them know how much you appreciate having them in your life. It'll make both of you feel good. Take a gratitude walk. Take a walk and focus on the things around you that you're grateful for. It could be nature, a comfy pair of shoes, or just the ability to walk. Reflect at the end of the day. Before bed, think back on your day and identify one thing that you're grateful for. This can help end your day on a positive note. Practicing gratitude can transform your outlook on life. It's like wearing a pair of glasses that helps you see the world in a more positive light. The more you practice, the more natural it becomes, and the more you'll find yourself noticing the good in your life without even trying. So, why not start now? Think of one thing you're grateful for today and share it with someone. You might just make their day a little brighter too. Remember, gratitude is contagious, and it's one of the simplest yet most powerful ways to transform your life. Number 4, live in the present. Imagine you're at a concert. Your favorite band is playing, but instead of soaking in the music, you're scrolling through your phone, worrying about a test next week, or replaying an awkward conversation from earlier. Sounds familiar? This is exactly what it means to miss out on the present moment. Living in the present, or mindfulness, is about fully experiencing now, not getting lost in the past or the future. Why is living in the present so important? Because the present is where life happens. You can't change the past, and the future hasn't arrived yet. The only moment you can truly experience and influence is the one happening right now. Here's the impact living in the present can have on your life. Reduces stress. Worrying about the future or regretting the past are major sources of stress. Focusing on the present reduces these feelings and helps you feel more at peace. Increases happiness. When you're fully engaged in the moment, you're not distracted by negative thoughts, which can increase your overall happiness. Improves relationships. Being present with others shows that you value and appreciate them, which can strengthen your connections. So how can you start living more in the present? Here are some practical tips. Breathe deeply. When you find your mind wandering to the past or future, take a few deep breaths to bring your focus back to the present. Do one thing at a time. In a world of multitasking, doing just one thing at a time can help you focus and enjoy that activity more fully. Listen actively. When someone is talking to you, listen with your full attention. It's a simple way to practice being present and improve your relationships. Savor the small moments. Enjoy the taste of your food, the warmth of the sun, or the sound of laughter. These moments are easy to overlook, but are rich with life if you pay attention. Use reminders. Set reminders on your phone or sticky notes around your room to pause and check in with yourself. Are you living in the moment? Living in the present doesn't mean you ignore the past or stop planning for the future. It means you recognize that the most significant part of your life is happening right now. By focusing on the present, you give yourself the power to live your life more fully, reduce stress, and enjoy deeper, more meaningful connections with those around you. Start small. Next time you're eating, talking with a friend, or walking somewhere, put your phone away and give that moment your full attention. Notice how it feels. This is the first step toward a more present, more fulfilling life. Remember, every moment is an opportunity to live fully. Don't let them pass you by. Number 5, limit your desires. Have you ever really wanted something like a new phone, trendy clothes, or the latest game, only to find out that once you got it, the excitement faded pretty quickly? This cycle of wanting, getting, and then wanting again is endless. That's where the idea of limiting your desires comes into play, a concept deeply rooted in Stoic philosophy, but super relevant for us today. Limiting your desires doesn't mean you stop wanting things altogether. It's about focusing on what truly matters and finding contentment in that, rather than constantly chasing after new wants and wishes. It's about realizing that happiness doesn't come from external things, but from within. Here's why limiting your desires can be a game changer. Increases your appreciation for what you have. When you're not constantly looking for the next best thing, you start to appreciate what's already around you. This could be your family, friends, or even the simple pleasure of a sunny day. Reduces stress and anxiety. Constantly wanting more can lead to stress and anxiety, especially if you're worried about how you're going to get these things. Focusing on fewer, more meaningful desires can help keep those feelings at bay. Saves you money. This one's pretty straightforward. The less you crave the latest gadgets or fashion trends, the more you can save for important things like your education, travel, or starting a business. So how do you start to limit your desires? Here are a few practical steps. Reflect on what truly makes you happy. Take some time to think about the moments when you felt genuinely happy. Chances are it wasn't because of something you bought. Set clear priorities. Decide what's really important to you and focus your energy and resources on those things. Practice gratitude. Like we talked about earlier, being grateful for what you have makes you less likely to obsess over what you don't. Challenge consumer culture. Next time you're tempted to buy something, ask yourself if you really need it, or if you're just caught up in wanting what everyone else has. Find joy in non-material things, explore hobbies, spend time in nature, or volunteer. These experiences can provide fulfillment that material things can't match. Limiting your desires is not about denying yourself joy or living a life of austerity. It's about creating space for genuine happiness and peace that comes not from things, but from living a life aligned with your values and appreciating the riches you already possess. It's a journey, and it's okay to start small. Maybe next time you feel the urge to buy something on a whim, take a moment to pause and think about whether it aligns with your true desires and priorities. You might be surprised at how liberating it feels to say no to something you don't need, freeing up space for what really matters in your life. Number 6, practice self-reflection. Imagine you're the captain of a ship sailing across the ocean. To ensure you're on the right path, you regularly check your compass and map, making adjustments as needed. Self-reflection is like checking your internal compass, ensuring you're living your life in a way that's true to who you are and where you want to go. Self-reflection is about taking a step back to think about your thoughts, feelings, actions, and decisions. It's a powerful tool for personal growth, helping you understand yourself better, learn from your experiences, and make positive changes. Here's the impact self-reflection can have on your life. Improve self-awareness. Regular self-reflection helps you understand what makes you tick, your values, goals, and passions. This awareness is the first step toward living a life that's aligned with your true self. Helps you learn from your mistakes. We all make mistakes, but not everyone learns from them. Reflecting on what went wrong and why helps you avoid making the same mistakes in the future. Guides your personal growth. By regularly assessing your strengths and weaknesses, you can set meaningful goals for self-improvement. Enhances decision-making. When you're in tune with your values and goals, making decisions that reflect them becomes much easier. So, how can you practice self-reflection? Here are some simple strategies. Keep a journal. Writing down your thoughts and feelings can help clarify them. Try to write regularly, even if it's just a few sentences a day. Set aside quiet time. Dedicate a few minutes each day to sit quietly and think about your day. What went well, what didn't? How did you react to challenges? Ask yourself reflective questions. Use questions to guide your reflection. For example, what am I proud of today? Or what lesson did I learn from today's challenges? Review your day. Before going to bed, think back over your day. Acknowledge your successes and consider how you could handle things differently in the future. Self-reflection isn't always easy. It can be tough to face our shortcomings or admit when we're wrong. But the growth that comes from this honesty is worth it. It's how we evolve into better, more authentic versions of ourselves. Remember, self-reflection is a practice, not a one-time thing. It's about building a habit of regularly checking in with yourself, just like the captain checks their compass. Over time, this practice will help you navigate life more confidently, making decisions that lead you toward your true north. So why not start today? Take a few minutes to reflect on your day, your feelings, and your actions. It's a small step that can lead to big changes in your life. Number 7, be kind to yourself and others. Picture this. You're scrolling through your social media feed, and you see everyone sharing their latest achievements and best moments. It's easy to fall into the trap of comparing yourself to others and feeling like you're not measuring up. This is where being kind to yourself comes in. It's about treating yourself with the same compassion and understanding that you'd offer a good friend. Being kind to yourself isn't about making excuses for your mistakes or not pushing yourself to grow. It's about recognizing that you're human, you're going to make mistakes, and that's okay. It's about giving yourself permission to be imperfect and still worthy of love and respect. Here's why kindness, both to yourself and to others, is so crucial. Reduces stress and anxiety. Being hard on yourself only adds unnecessary stress and can lead to anxiety. Practicing self-compassion can help alleviate these feelings. Boosts your self-esteem. Kindness reinforces the belief that you are valuable and deserving of respect, which can boost your self-esteem and confidence. Encourages positive relationships. When you're kind to yourself, you're more likely to extend that kindness to others, fostering positive relationships built on mutual respect and compassion. Promotes happiness, acts of kindness, whether towards yourself or others. Release feel-good hormones like serotonin, contributing to a sense of happiness and well-being. So how can you practice being kind to yourself and others? Here are a few ideas. Practice positive self-talk. Be mindful of the way you talk to yourself. Replace critical or negative thoughts with positive affirmations. Forgive yourself when you make a mistake. Acknowledge it, learn from it, and then let it go. Holding on to guilt or regret doesn't serve you. Take care of your body. Eating well, exercising, and getting enough sleep are all acts of kindness to your body. Do something nice for others. Whether it's a compliment, a small favor, or just lending an ear, small acts of kindness can make a big difference in someone's day. Set boundaries. Sometimes, being kind to yourself means saying no to others. It's okay to set boundaries to protect your time and energy. Remember, kindness starts with you. The way you treat yourself sets the tone for how you interact with the world around you. When you're kind to yourself, you're in a better position to extend that kindness to others, creating a positive cycle that can transform your life and the lives of those around you. Being kind doesn't mean you're weak or that you'll finish last. On the contrary, it's a strength that can lead to deeper connections, increased resilience, and a more fulfilling life. So, next time you're beating yourself up over a mistake or feeling down, try showing yourself a little kindness. You deserve it, and so does the world around you. Number 8, accept what you cannot change. Imagine you're playing a video game and suddenly you hit a level you just can't beat no matter how hard you try. You have two choices. Keep getting frustrated and angry, or accept it's a tough level and figure out a different strategy. Maybe even take a break and come back later with fresh eyes. This is what acceptance is all about. Recognizing there are things we can't change and finding ways to deal with them that don't make us miserable. Accepting what we cannot change is crucial for peace of mind and happiness. It's about understanding the limits of our control and focusing our energy on what we can actually influence rather than what we can't. This doesn't mean giving up or not caring. It's about letting go of the struggle with the unchangeable and conserving our energy for where we can make a real difference. Here's why acceptance is so powerful. Reduces stress and anxiety. Fighting against things we can't change is like running into a wall over and over. It's exhausting and painful. Acceptance allows us to step back and stop the cycle of stress and frustration. Frees up our energy. When we stop obsessing over what we can't change, we have more energy to invest in what we can influence, leading to more productive and fulfilling actions. Helps us live in the present. Acceptance brings our focus back to the present moment. which is the only place where we can take meaningful action and enjoy life. So, how can you practice acceptance? Here are a few tips. Identify what's in your control. Make a list of what's bothering you and divide it into things you can change and things you can't. Focus your effort on the first list. Change your perspective. Ask yourself if there's another way to look at the situation. Sometimes, changing our perspective can make the unacceptable acceptable. Practice mindfulness. Mindfulness techniques like deep breathing and a meditation can help you stay centered and calm, making it easier to accept difficult situations. Seek support. Talking to friends, family, or a counselor can provide new insights and help you process your feelings about things you can't change. Accepting what we cannot change doesn't happen overnight. It's a skill that takes time to develop. But the peace and freedom it brings are worth the effort. It allows us to move forward in life, focusing on our own growth and what truly matters to us. Remember, acceptance is not about defeat. It's about empowerment. It's choosing to not let the things we can't change control our happiness and peace of mind. It's deciding to focus on the positive and what we can do to make our lives and the world better. So, the next time you're faced with a situation you can't change, take a deep breath and remind yourself of the power of acceptance. Focus on what you can do, let go of what you can't, and watch how it transforms your life. You've just taken a deep dive into 8 powerful Stoic habits that can transform your life into a journey of simplicity and peace. But remember, knowing these habits and putting them into action are two different things. Your journey starts with small steps, daily choices that slowly turn these habits into a natural part of your life. This journey is personal and unique to you. There's no one-size-fits-all path to simplicity and peace. It's about experimenting with these habits, seeing what works for you, and adapting as you go. Some days will be easier than others. You'll face challenges and setbacks, but each one is an opportunity to grow and learn more about yourself. Here's what you can keep in mind as you embark on this journey. Be patient with yourself. Change doesn't happen overnight. Be kind to yourself and recognize that every effort you make is a step in the right direction. Celebrate your progress. Even the smallest victories are worth celebrating. They're signs that you're moving towards a more peaceful and simplified life. Stay flexible. What works for you now might not work in a year. Be open to changing your approach and trying new strategies. Seek support. Share your journey with friends or family members who can offer encouragement and advice. Sometimes, just knowing you're not alone can make all the difference. This journey to simplicity and peace is one of the most rewarding adventures you can embark on. It leads to a deeper understanding of yourself, stronger relationships with others, and a more meaningful life. So, take these Stoic habits to heart. Apply them in your daily life and watch how they transform not just your mindset, but your entire world. Remember, the goal isn't perfection, it's progress, growth, and learning to find joy and peace in the simplicity of life. Every step you take is a step towards becoming the best version of yourself. Thank you for joining me on this journey. If you've found any of these habits particularly inspiring or challenging, I'd love to hear about it in the comments below. Your insights and experiences can inspire and help others on their path. And if you're ready to take the first step or continue your journey with more guidance and inspiration, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Your journey to a simpler, more peaceful life is just beginning, and there's so much more to explore and discover together. Let's make every moment count, embrace the challenges and opportunities that come our way, and build a life filled with simplicity, peace, and joy.